And here they are. As you can see, you can feel the emotion in the air with these players, and maybe it would be quite sarcastic if out of an entire day made of game freeze, the final is a quick 2-0. We'll see. It happened already with Pierluigi.
Indeed, it happened.
With that twister on the Solemn, and it was actually quite a similar final if you think about it. A match where you can just have a twister and win the game like that. But for now, the die roll, I gotta say, will probably be the most important of the entire tournament.
Okay. 8.
It's an 8 above average, and I can't quite see the other one, but it's a 3, so quite a big chance that Owen is actually gonna go first.
I think the other one is off camera. I don't know if we...
And it's actually a 6, so sorry Owen, there was only one numero, and it was the 6. So Giacomo actually clutching out the 6, is gonna go first. And let's see. Now they know what they are playing against, so they are pretty much sure. And I think Giacomo is pretty happy. He knows that his opponent is playing very, very few entraps.
Yeah.
In particular, in the main, only 3 Ash and 3 impermanents.
No, I think he needs to be happy about this, especially because, like, after rolling out an 8, you have only a number. So with this, you are more than happy.
Yeah.
And if he can put up a huge field against Altergeist for Owen, it's not going to be easy. We said it before this match, and now everything is Giacomo's end.
Absolutely, and we start things off already pretty well. With this quick launch, we can lead to the Striker Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a Stardom opening.
And
here comes the Cipher.
Nice. So the Cipher too. And let's see, Owen... I don't even know if he has the option to really use something. Oh, and it is Ash Blossom. Okay.
One of the few hand traps Owen has in hands.
From the cylinder. So let's see here what he's able to do. And as expected, he goes for the Striker. He will get the Book Tactor launch. He can play it slow. But I think this Ash Blossom is okay. It's definitely not insane, but Owen is happy to at least pick up one of the very few entraps he's maining.
Yeah. And now Giacomo already showed us this weekend how he was able to deal with all the situation and hand traps and so on. So I think he will be able to put up a very good field to contrast Owen's strategy. With the sector launch, he can bring on the Tracer in the graveyard. I also had the Rocket Synchron. This is not the first time we see Giacomo having like another Rocket monster.
He's playing both him and Vincenzo were playing a lot of Rockets, and I think it's the key to why this deck is showing up very, very consistent.
Yeah.
But let's see here, he's completely all in, all cards are on the field, so at least Owen doesn't have to worry about anything else, and I gotta say we've also seen better openings. Ooh, but this is huge actually from Owen, 2 entraps only, and he picks them up both. Imagine if there was a faker here too, that would have been just absolutely insane, but this hurts.
Wow. We were not expecting this to happen, especially because like he's only main decking Impermanence and Ash, as we said. Now I think Giacomo was not expecting this either.
No, it's not like he has much of a choice either at the moment, which is tough, especially because he probably will be able to get the Dragon Maid and the Tiding. But Brotor into Levianir is a great option, but with no cards in hand, that's not a thing at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's see. Definitely an unexpected start from Owen. We didn't really see many entraps from him all weekend, and he picked up a 2 in the clutchest of matches. So again, okay, so Giacomo goes for the Mascherina. decent option. At least he wants to keep some field pressure. But now the play is on Owen. Does he have what he needs? And it's extravagant. So what a start from the English player. He could go 1-0 just like at Wembley. But then we all know how it ended. So we'll see if that will be the case as well for this final.
He couldn't have asked for more, because now with these two fresh cards...
Yeah, this is so much. Like, usually that's why end traps are not the greatest in these decks, but if you get back the +1, now you're back from square one, and if you pick up some Altergeist cards, wow. Whew. This is an insane opening from Owen. Probably the best we have seen all weekend from him, and in the finals. So... pretty happy about that. Now we can just attack, maybe.
Yeah, he can enter a battle phase, and I think he has like either 4 cards. Looking good for him.
Yeah, it's a very very strong opening. It's not even obvious. What do you wanna use it on? Yeah, you have to use it on the Marionette, and this is also pretty terrible because you give them back a quite useful monster, and you. Does he have another Ash? No.
No.
Okay.
He has the spoofing also. It would be like good to shuffle it back.
So we get to see the router, at least Giacomo trying his best to stay in this game. He could use the Mascherina later on to go for a Unicorn maybe, but now 5 back rows or 4 from Owen. 4 back rows, okay. 1 is the Protocol, he might be holding the Faker too. So let's see the options in the extra deck. I think the Triple Burst Dragon could be an option. Let's see.
Yeah, if the Impermanence was not dead for sure, like, we would have seen another game.
Yeah, it would have changed a lot. It could have ended on Savage plus Seal, which would have stopped the Marionette.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Giacomo, no, in the end, keeps the Mascherina around, and let's see if Owen decides to already act in the draw phase. Spoofing, Faker are a lot of very strong options. He's definitely taking his time, but the advantage must be on him. Even just a Torrential in this spot is insane. So let's see. The only one we know at the moment are Protocol and Marionette, and for now he's not interested in interacting. Maybe we see the Romulus here.
Oh, Unicorn.
Okay, Unicorn, blind Unicorn. Let's see. For now, you can let it through, so it will discard as cost if that's the case, or he can activate the Solemn Judgment, but it seems a little excessive, honestly. Yeah. He will allow it, so the cost is paid, and it will be a Phantasmi, and let's see what it decides to target. The Protocol. Interesting, greedy. That's... No. Maybe it did.
No, maybe he did, but he knew
and
that...
there is a chain and a spoofing.
as well.
I'm really surprised though that he targeted the Protocol. And this is an insane response by Owen, who did have the spoofing, but decided not to use it. And to be fair, he could be punished by this.
Yeah.
Because now he lost the Protocol. And although he's still in an insane position, he might actually be punished for this. Especially because the Sector launch is there.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to forget about it. Because, for example, if here Unicorn attacks and he outkill the Silk, then he can use the Sector launch in Memphis 2. Let's see. I don't know, would you have used it in the draw phase? Like spoofing on the Marionette, for example, and just
I mean,
go Faker Protocol.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
maybe that was safer, I would say. Or maybe he just wanted to play around Dash, I guess. And now, as we mentioned, Giacomo definitely not in a best spot. If you go first again Alter guys with a combo deck and you end up in a position like this, I think it's a miracle if you come out of this game as the winner, but he will try his best. And he might have entered battle phase here.
I think so.
Conquerri, maybe?
No, okay.
As mentioned, Unicorn back to the extra, and now we can use the sector launch in Memphis 2 to bring back the Tracer from the grave, which is a great play, and yeah, this is exactly what we're seeing here. Now we get to summon the Synchron, or he can keep it, otherwise using the Tracer, but I think the sector launch is a nice card in this matchup,
Yeah.
as we can see here, to keep on the field as a just additional value every turn. So let's see just what can Giacomo try and to change the position.
Especially because like he really needs to deal with the last two back row of Owen's side. If he has, for example, a Solemn Judgment on a Solemn Strike, but also a Torrential. I mean, he has so many.
Any real trap is absolutely scary. And here, if we see a Torrential, the game is over. Let's be fair. So, let's see if there is a response from Owen. A Torrential Tribute could absolutely seal the game. It seems like he's waiting a lot, so maybe the back rows are worse than they could be. And we might see a Chaos Ruler here, yeah. Chaos Ruler, great card here. Does Owen activate Impermanence, maybe? That could be one of the cards he's holding. But still, if he isn't holding something that strong,
Judgment.
Okay, Judgment is there. But nonetheless, what I was saying is the wasted protocol in the draw phase hopefully doesn't cost him the game, because I think if he played it that way, he would have won 100% of the time this game. Still in an incredible spot, especially with the Chaos Ruler, which now cannot be summoned back from the graveyard as it wasn't properly summoned.
I think we'll be back soon to Owen here. Exactly.
Tough spot, and now, yeah, the situation is almost unrepairable. Owen can go and summon the Marionette or the Melusik by using the spoofing to get rid of the sector launch forever. Owen even top deck one of the worst draws, which immediately turns into Melusik, maybe. Yeah.
Good for Owen here, who actually picked up one of the best and he could ask for going second in the final with Ash Blossom and Impermanence. So here I think
honestly, here, what do you think? I think you can attack and see what Giacomo does and maybe kill the Tracer, because what I'm thinking is if you kill the Tracer, then the boot sector launch you can deal with the Silk.
Yeah.
But let's see. Okay, so in Memphis 2 he goes for the Link Summon, and this prevents Giacomo from top decking a spell to save him, as he will resolve Melusik now to get Faker, which he already has, so even Conquer. He has so much advantage that it doesn't really matter. But the last trap is required. That's why I was thinking maybe you get rid of the Tracer and you keep the Silk there. Of course, if he has a trap that he can just play, then it doesn't matter, but yeah, he gets the Faker. Because I also wouldn't have minded maybe going for the Marionette still. He had a lot of options. So let's see. One last card which we don't know anything about, and even another face down here from Owen. So definitely a dominant spot. And now Giacomo top decks, and if Owen has a playable trap, he should definitely think about playing it, just to prevent anything. Wow, and it's the manifestation. Yeah. This is way too much more than needed, and it is Owen who, against all predictions, is able to win game 1 going second, and that's thanks to him drawing the only entraps he played, 1 impermanence and 1 ash. Insane hand from him, and now Giacomo must be under a lot of pressure.
Because now, of course, you're going to play against a deck like this, and looking at the side deck, there's Twin Twister.
There is only 3 copies of Twin Twister, so really not prepared for this matchup. And as I mentioned, whenever Altergeist wins game 1, sure, they may lose game 2 if you're a combo deck, but game 3 you need a miracle. And Giacomo doesn't even have the even list we have seen. He only has 3 copies of Twister. This will be tough. I think Owen is in a great spot, and as we have seen, he has a lot of options. He has Vaders, Evenly, Pancratops, Ghost Bell, Kaiju. So his side deck is pretty good even at going second. So let's see. It seems like maybe we could have a game 2 that's quick. And finally UK having its redemption against Italy and winning a final this year, but...
What we were saying about the beginning, the die roll would have been relevant, but I think Owen had the dream end.
Yeah,
like,
the
that
end
was incredible.
Unbelievable. Ash Impermanence and Extravagance with like all the setup, Solemn, it was just unbeatable in this specific instance.
It was way too much. Yeah.
No, and especially against the end from Giacomo, because we have seen Giacomo play around entraps, but that end was losing to those cards. So yeah, quite unfortunate for Giacomo. And he will now need as much support from his friend Vincenzo as he can get. So
yeah, definitely. If Giacomo had, for example, the evenly matched as team had in our previous semi-final, that might have been a very good addition.
Let's see. It seems like they're almost ready. Once again, Giacomo will try his best to set up a field of Seal, Savage, and possibly as many useful negations as possible. And Owen, on his own, will just try to stop him. His deck is made to counter others, and no matter what, he will have a huge advantage if we go to game 3. But for now, let's stick to the present, and let's see if we can have a new winner, no matter what, in the end of Owen or Giacomo. But the pressure is very, very high as the stakes, so... Okay, the opening is already much better with the cow space, but is there gonna be an Ash again from Owen? No. He allows it, so... Better start already from Giacomo. Yeah, he got the Wyver Buster, not a surprise. He will be able to get another draw here after banishing the Collapse Serpent.
The thing is that Owen is playing so many cards in his side deck, and he might have like, I don't know, everything.
Yeah, he has a lot of options. Now he picks up a card and he can go for the Striker into an already absolutely insane turn 1 advantage. And yeah, as we can see, Hook Settle Launch and Collapse Serpent are added from the deck.
Yeah, no surprise here. Hopefully Giacomo this time can put up what he's planning.
Ooh, even the quick launch, so...
Solid
yeah,
start.
definitely a better start compared to the one last game. And it doesn't seem like Owen is using any entrap at the moment. looking at Giacomo extra deck, let's see what the ending goal could be. The problem is the Appaloosa is pretty much useless, so we could probably have something along the line of Erratic Seal, maybe Masquerena again, Bob the Savage, or the Abyss. Ooh, but Impermanence Faker from Owen! Wow. I mean, his deck is just... yeah, they keep on giving. What a... I mean, sometimes it's just your day and... after Impermanence and Ash in game 1, Impermanence Faker in game 2. This is brutal from the English player.
Here it changes a lot, because now Giacomo once again needs to find out a different way to combo off and deal with this board. We've seen a lot of time Chaos Ruler being summoned this weekend and helping these guys out. This is not the case. Definitely not happy with this.
No, this is tough. The Chaos Ruler not resolving is already a problem, and the Silk is definitely quite annoying. Let's see. Giacomo was always able to come out on top in the previous rounds, even facing similar tough spots. So let's see if his adaptation skill can find a solution even here. We could shoot the Romulus maybe?
Yeah, he could go for the Romulus, otherwise he can activate the Striker Dragon if he wants to.
Let's see, at the same time, if he goes for like a Romulus, then he can try and abuse the effect of Sector Launch, even here, and that's what he does. So Striker gets him back to Tracer.
Now he can go for the Sector Launch. Maybe he has a Synchron in his hand, as he did previously. If not...
Ooh, he has the talent. Okay. So this changes the dynamic once again and makes it so that he has a big advantage. Maybe he will just take a look at the end from Owen. I think it makes the most sense in such a matchup. Okay. But Owen actually chains... I don't know, he took control of the Silk. Okay, interesting. So he forced out the activation of Silk, so Faker getting back to the end, but Giacomo gains control of the Altergeist monster. And let's see if he will be able to just put up what he needs. He can destroy it to just go for a Savage, but... I don't know, the temptation of just taking a look at the end of an Altergeist player is always great. We now know the Faker is there, but we don't know the rest, the remaining 3 cards in the end.
And now what would you do? Would you go for the Savage or the Hieratic Seal?
Yeah, I think the Savage is better. If that's all that Giacomo can do for the turn... I don't know, it's sometimes better just because you can negate Extravagance and cards like those. I think it's better. The Hieratic Seal alone is rarely enough. So let's see if Giacomo agrees. At the same time, yeah, he does. So Savage will come down, and although it only has 1 link equipped to it, it will try to carry Giacomo in this game, who already had to face a very difficult turn 1.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And this is definitely an underwhelming opening. Tried his best, but now Owen with 5 cards in hand still. So pretty strong things. And if he sets like 4 with the Faker in hand, it is gonna be tough for Giacomo to fight back.
Wow.
And he has the Pancratops, interesting, okay. Still not able to attack over the Savage, of course, but it can be used just as another trap. He can even maybe set free and pass. But okay, instead he will force out the Savage. Let's see if there is a Melusik here, maybe. Wow, whew. What a hand from Owen. At the same time, this means that he will have one less trap,
Yeah.
but he gets rid of the card here. Honestly, I'm not even sure if you get rid of the field spell.
I don't know.
Because now the Savage was pretty much useless. I mean, it was a beater, but now the field spell is useful because he can get back the Tracer from grave.
Yeah.
So at the same time, not the easiest of decisions, and the Phantasma keep from Giacomo is actually huge, giving him something back at the cost of the booked sector launch not being alive, at least at the beginning. But it's a very, very strong card here.
Yeah, I think you have to activate the
I think
Phantasma.
Conquerry is not best. It's not the worst
It's
here.
not
If
bad,
he
yeah.
still has it, he could have studied it out,
I
honestly.
think he has...
Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this. Because as soon as you have a trap, you already have the Faker, so Conquerry is the one that makes the most sense. And now it's all on Owen. If the remaining cards are some very good traps, I think he's in business. And otherwise, we're probably gonna see a game 3. So, let's see.
He has a couple, maybe.
Yeah, he should set Shu.
Yeah.
Because we know the remaining 2 cards are Faker
Yeah.
and Conquerry. So, at least already set in Shu. But great turn by both players who are trying their best to advance and win it all. Let's see if Giacomo can find an opening, but he is really fighting against a deck which is not letting down Owen. So, he starts things off with the Seifert. We could see a Torrential. Let's see. Owen thinking about it. Yeah, I think it's good here. And instead it's a spoofing, which is actually not the greatest of traps. Owen was in need of a real trap card, and spoofing, unfortunately, could actually... I mean, it's great news for Giacomo, I would say. Especially because the Phantasma is good against the Silk.
Yeah, could have been worse. Definitely.
Because now you can Silk. But let's see if he wants to negate with the Phantasma. I guess if you negate and they have like a strike, then it's disaster.
Yeah.
But maybe he doesn't have the choice. Okay, and he lets it through. Interesting. So Giacomo knows that now he can use the sector launch to bring back the Tracer. Ooh, and another talent. Wow. Okay. I think this is a great option for Giacomo. We'll now draw 2 cards. As mentioned, he can use the field spell to get back the Tracer from grave. And it looks like he might get a pretty solid chance to continue comboing off this turn.
He gets rid of the...
He gets rid of the sector launch for the Ravine.
Okay.
So let's see.
I think he has a plan, because otherwise, you know...
Yeah, honestly, I'm very surprised by that. I'm not sure if he forgot about it, because honestly, why not? You don't have any sort of limitation, so why not getting back the Tracer from the sector launch? I don't know. Maybe the first real mistake we see from Giacomo. Hopefully will not cost him the finals, but now we can send him the Rooter maybe.
The Levianir.
Okay, so Levianir is sent to the graveyard. He can banish the Seifert later on to get it back. So let's see. His plan at the moment still unclear, and you can see Owen really waiting it out with one last back row which we don't know anything about. That it's really the focus point. Okay, and it's the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Owen, I don't know, really not showing signs of being interested to activating his trap.
really curious to see what it could be, because like it's not activating anything. Also the absolute
huge plus here by Giacomo, who gets not only to resolve it, but he gets the knock to. I mean, maybe it's the craziest of torrential tributes. Outside of that, I don't know. There are very few cards. Okay, so
okay, makes
yeah,
sense.
it should change zone though. But
Yeah. Wondering what Owen could have, because like
yeah, he's really waiting here, and let's see. Not interested to.
what could he have? Like
Okay, yeah, he's just shuffling
yeah.
before drawing. Fair by Owen. Okay. And yeah, as you mentioned, very few cards set. They could be holding.
Maybe a bluff.
But there are very few bluffs as well in the deck, so let's see. There are some very weak cards that you could be holding, like the spoofing, manifestation, but Giacomo at the moment, I don't know, it's also not convincing me too much. And he will commit actually an extra deck play, maybe trying to OTK with a triple burst, or
No, unicorn.
the unicorn. Okay, so the unicorn will be activated. He will discard a card. Let's see if he buys the bluff, because by then you get back to 11 here. Maybe he thinks that's enough to win the game, I guess. So let's see. Okay, he discards the Tiding, which he just top decked. And now it's the time where Owen has to reveal the card, and he does not activate it. Wow. Very weird by Owen.
We will never know.
Yeah. We can ask him after the finals if he's the winner. But yeah, as mentioned, now Giacomo gets back the Levianir, and he can go for the access code later on. So very well played here.
Yeah. Yeah, if Owen had like a real trap, let's say, something to contrast Giacomo's turn, that might have been good. But now Giacomo came back into this game.
Yeah, and I think he played it really well. Yeah, I mean, honestly, any trap from Owen would have been insane. So very unlucky from him to have the spoofing and another useless trap. And now, yeah, both... he will activate the spoofing, which he still haven't used for the turn. Yeah. But he will lose out the rest of his field. And I think as long as Giacomo is able to put something else on the field, I don't remember if he used the Chaos Ruler this turn. And if it is engraved, because otherwise this is game already. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, he doesn't have it. So, let's see. Because at the same time, if Giacomo would have activated the Book Scepter launch, this was game. So I hope he's seeing a line for OTKing, because if you know what I mean, now he would have a Tracer on the field.
Yeah.
So I'm worried now, because Giacomo, I don't know, played really well, but in the end, I think he was a little confused on what to do. And if you think about it, if he activated the sector launch, now he would have a Tracer, which means access code plus really Chaos Ruler or any of those, and it's easy OTK. Well, now he's in a tough spot. And we know that the Marionette Faker is back, so Owen can do an insane turn next. Like here, do we really go all in on the Appaloosa? Okay, but only with 2 counters. And I think this is a big risk from Giacomo. So maybe even after this incredible turn, Owen might be in the driver's seat. He will force out the Apollo's activation. He can attack over it. And he may face Shu, pick up any trap, and just win the game on the back of the Faker. So maybe we will actually see a 2-0 for the first time today, and he will be in the finals. He can bring back maybe Melusik, but already has the Faker and the Conquerry, right?
Yeah.
We both know in the end. So he needs to top deck a trap, because the rest of his hand is Conquerry and
The
Faker.
Yeah.
I mean, here you can get back the Melusik,
Yeah.
make the Linkuribo again, just get a +1,
Yeah.
why not? So let's see if he top deck a trap. If he didn't, that's very, very unfortunate from Owen.
I think he passed turn.
Wow. Very unfortunate. I think all of the deck from Owen were trap cards. He didn't pick up any, and now
Wow.
it's a pick up by Giacomo, but the effect Vader coming down. What a match we have on our hands. He does not pick up a trap, but he picks up an end trap, and the effect Vader ultimate 2 stops the synchron. And now Giacomo really, really struggling. Let's see. Especially because if this goes through, we know Linkuribo comes back,
Yeah.
you get back another Marionette and the game is over. And this is what exactly we are seeing. Plays back to Owen, he goes for the Linkuribo, goes for the Marionette. And it seems like Owen has all he needs. You can see Giacomo, a little bit of a disappointing look. Can't blame him, but they both had their chances. And now plays back to Owen, who is winning without even using many trap cards, which
Yeah.
is insane here. But now, yeah, the Marionetter can finally get him the protocol, and that's not much else that he needs in this game, honestly. With the protocol and the Faker setup, he gets rid of everything on his opponent's side of the board. And I think Owen really, really has what it takes to win this game. Instead, I think he got the manifestation, I think. So maybe he top decked the protocol.
The fact Vader, let's say, really saved him.
Okay. Now Melusik switch. And yeah, this is huge. As mentioned, just making sure he doesn't mess up. He's that close to winning the game. And he will try his best. There are 13 minutes remaining, but still so much that can be done. And as you can see here, no more cards for Giacomo. Completely top decking against an insane field from Owen. Backed up by Conquerry and Faker in hand. What can Giacomo pick up to stay in this game? Even after 2 triple tactic talents, still struggling, face down, and this is pretty much game over every time. We see the manifestation on the Silk, we see the Faker, and yeah. Owen is doing it.
Looks like a cursed also Giacomo.
Oh yeah. Your strength is unmatched, Alberto. No matter. We thought it was just at the beginning of the tournament, but apparently even just before the final you are able to completely curse and allow Alter guys to win 2 games going second against Dragon Link, which is insane. But no matter what happens here, great match, and yeah, just gotta do some calculations on how to OTK here.
Yeah, here you go for the Link Monster, then
you get back the manifestation with the Silk. There you go. You get back even Marionetter from the deck. This is so much damage coming their way.
Yeah, this should be more than enough.
Absolutely. So another Link summon from Owen. And yeah, so much damage coming towards Giacomo. Only 5900 left. A face down, which was pinned back to the end. So really, not much hope to stay in this. Now he gets the protocol, maybe. Yeah. And yeah, this with the protocol and Faker in hand is more than enough to seal this game. As you can see here, this is more than enough. An handshake and the third triple tactic talent from Giacomo. Owen Wilson is your remote duel TCG Invitational champion. Congratulations, and let's go back to us for the post-match discussion.